Blue Jays Nation, can you believe Bichette just dropped the ultimate free agency bombshell today? Y'all probably think our star shortstop's staying put after that heartbreaking Game 7 loss to the Dodgers. But hold up, we just got hit with a cryptic message that's got the whole MLB buzzing. We're talking 9-figure contract territory, and Bichette's laying down the gauntlet to management. Straight from today's breaking Blue Jays news. Stick around, because this could reshape our entire 2026 roster before the holidays hit. If you're a true fan of the Blue Jays who bleeds blue and white, you won't want to miss a second of today's explosive updates. Smash that like button, drop your hottest take in the comments, and subscribe, because we're about to dive deep into contract chaos that could make or break our championship window. Let me paint you the picture of where we stand right now. The Blue Jays just wrapped up one hell of a season that took us all the way to Game 7 of the World Series, before losing to the Dodgers in heartbreaking fashion. We're sitting here devastated but proud, knowing this Bo situation is about to shake everything up. Our boy just played the entire 2025 campaign on his final contract year while watching Vladdy cash in on that monster $500 million extension back in April. Talk about awkward family dinners at Rogers Center. The numbers don't lie either. Bichette's been our anchor at shortstop, and while the Yankees are throwing stupid money around and the Red Sox are making their usual noise, we're sitting here with our franchise cornerstone about to test the open market after we just made our first World Series since 1993. The Orioles are lurking, waiting to pounce on any AL East talent that hits free agency. And you know those pinstripe vultures in New York are already making phone calls. Here's where it gets real uncomfortable for management. Remember when we were praying for any spark of hope during those rebuilding years? Well, Bichette was supposed to be our foundation alongside Vlad Jr., the dynamic duo that would bring championship baseball back to the 6IX. We just came within one game of that championship, but now we're staring down the barrel of potentially losing half of that equation because contract negotiations went sideways all season long. The offensive struggles we had early this year make losing Bo even more terrifying, even though we turned it around to reach the World Series. Our lineup consistency was shakier than a house of cards in a windstorm during parts of the season, and the thought of replacing his production with some random free agent pickup or trade acquisition should have every Blue Jays fan losing sleep tonight. This isn't just about shortstop defense. This is about keeping the heart and soul of our batting order intact after we proved we can compete for championships. According to insider reports floating around today, Bichette's camp has been pretty quiet about specific destinations, but his post-game comments after Game 7 tell the whole story. When he said, "I've said I wanted to be here from the beginning," that wasn't just some throwaway line to the media. That was a message straight to the front office with some serious attitude behind it. The rumor mill is already spinning like crazy. Sources close to the situation are whispering about potential suitors lining up with massive offers. We're talking teams like the Dodgers, who throw money around like confetti, the Mets with their owners' deep pockets, and don't even get me started on the possibility of him landing with the Yankees just to twist the knife deeper into Blue Jays' hearts. But here's where the chess game gets interesting from two different angles. First, let's talk roster impact. Losing Bo means we're not just looking for a shortstop replacement. We're looking for someone who can handle the pressure of Toronto media, contribute offensively in clutch moments, and mesh with our existing clubhouse chemistry. The free agent shortstop market isn't exactly overflowing with all-star caliber talent that fits our budget and timeline. From a tactical standpoint, John Schneider's whole defensive scheme revolves around having that reliable infield presence. Bichette knows our pitching staff inside and out. He's got chemistry with our catchers, and even though he had to move to second base during the World Series due to his knee injury, his positioning and understanding of our system is practically telepathic at this point. That 3-run homer he hit in Game 7 could have been the lasting image of a Blue Jays championship if we had held on. You can't just plug in any random player and expect that same level of coordination and clutch performance. Before we continue breaking down this contract drama, smash that like if you think the Blue Jays absolutely cannot afford to let Bo walk this winter. We need to show management that Jays Nation expects them to open up that checkbook and get this deal done. But here's the kicker that's got everyone in Toronto sports media buzzing today. The timing of these comments feels calculated as hell. Bo didn't just accidentally drop that quote about wanting to stay here from the beginning. That was a power move, putting pressure on the organization to step up and prove they want him just as badly as he wants to be here. Now, let's talk scenarios, because this situation could go multiple directions before spring training. The optimistic outlook has the Blue Jays recognizing they can't afford to lose another franchise player after proving we can reach the World Series, and backing up the money truck to keep Bo in a Jays uniform. We're probably looking at something in the 150 to 200 million range over 7 or 8 years, which honestly feels like a bargain compared to some of the contracts getting thrown around these days. The cautious approach recognizes that we've already committed massive money to Vladdy, and adding another 9-figure deal might limit our flexibility to address other roster needs. But here's the reality check. If we let Bo walk, and our championship window that we just proved is wide open slams shut because we got cheap at the wrong moment, that's going to sting for the next decade. Key dates are coming up fast. That'll determine our whole off-season strategy. The winter meetings are right around the corner, and once free agency really heats up, prices start going through the roof. Every day we wait to lock up Bo is another day for some desperate team to wave a ridiculous offer in front of him that becomes impossible to match. The moves we made this past season show management understands we're in win-now mode, and reaching the World Series validates that entire philosophy. But letting your homegrown all-star shortstop walk after he delivered clutch moments in the biggest games contradicts everything we just accomplished. You don't build a World Series contender and then let core pieces slip away because of contract negotiations. So here's the bottom line that every Blue Jays fan needs to understand today. Bo Bichette just sent the clearest message possible to management without burning any bridges. He wants to be here. He's made that crystal clear from day one. But he's not going to take a hometown discount just because he loves the city. The ball is completely in the front office's court now. This isn't just about money. It's about respect and showing our franchise players that Toronto is serious about championship baseball. Remember those back-to-back World Series wins in the 90 seconds? That happened because we kept our core together and added pieces around them, not because we let talent walk away and hope for the best. We just proved we can get back to that level, and now it's time to show we can stay there. Blue Jays Nation, here's my question for you. Who do you think management should prioritize if they can only afford one big contract extension this winter? Should it be locking up Bo long-term, or are there other moves you'd rather see them make? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this decision is going to define our franchise for the next 5 years. If you believe the Blue Jays can keep this championship window open and bring another World Series trophy back to Canada after coming so close this year, make sure you're subscribed and hitting that notification bell. We're going to be covering every twist and turn of this contract saga until Bo's either signing on the dotted line or packing his bags for a new city. Jays Nation deserves to know exactly what's happening with our franchise cornerstone after the incredible run we just had. And we'll be here every step of the way, breaking it all down for you.